Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be checking out how close I can get a Strymon Iridium Punch channel to sound like a Marshall JTM45. Let's go. Quick note before we get started. For the Marshall JTM sound, I'm going to be using my AVID 11 rack. So here's a quick history of the Marshall JTM45. The Marshall JTM45 was first introduced in 1963. It was designed by three guys in the UK who in turn sold the design to Jim Marshall. The Marshall JTM45 is based on a Fender Bassman with a few notable changes. First, it was designed using an aluminum chassis. Second, they used a stronger input tube. And third, they used a modified negative feedback circuit to give it that Marshall sound. Additionally, the Marshall came with a closed-back Celestion speaker as opposed to the Jensen open-back speaker being used in the Fender. Now, the punch channel on the Iridium is actually based on a Marshall Super Lead 100, which is technically not a JTM. Actually, if you use the round amp on more of a brown sound with Celestion speakers, you might be closer. But for the sake of this demo, we're going to use the Marshall Super Lead and see how close we can get it to sound to a JTM45. Now on the intro, I jumped back and forth between the two different models, the JTM45 and the Super Lead 100, just to give you an idea. Now on the demos, I'm going to continue to jump back and forth between the JTM45 and the Super Lead to give you an idea of what they sound like. The first thing that I noticed was that the JTM45 had a warmer, rounder, clean tone. This is likely due to three things. First, the circuit design is different between the Super Lead 100 and the JTM45. Second, the JTM45 uses a tube rectifier as opposed to the Super Lead, which uses a solid-state rectifier. And third, both amps were designed using different output tubes. Also, the sound might have something to do with the two volume knobs on the JTM. Alright, so let's check out the next tune. This is a Mark Bolan-inspired vamp called Bangarang. The JTM45 seems to have a looser, spongier, overdriven tone, which is great for blues rock, classic rock, and alternative rock. Now the Super Lead 100, depending on the year and circuit, also known as plexi versus metal face, is going to give you a little bit brighter and more aggressive circuit. Even so, Super Lead amps can still be plenty warm. Overall, a Super Lead is going to have more headroom than a JTM45. It'll also have a firmer, tighter bottom end. In this next tune, I wanted to give an example of what static chords would sound like between the JTM45 and the Super Lead 100. I think in this category, the Iridium really shines. This song's called Lakeside. Alright, so what'd you think? Does the Strymon Iridium have that Marshall old school DNA? I thought it held its own pretty well. I know it's a different beast, and a Super Lead is definitely not a JTM45. But I thought, let's give it a shot anyways. By the way, I do think my AVID 11 rack is still holding up pretty well after all these years. Alright, I hope you liked this video. Please like and subscribe if that's your thing. I'm Rox, thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.